Hello, everyone. Welcome to All for One, the Golden Gauntlet number 33 for you. I am Topic, joined by Tacos as my co-comment. Today, we have our round one match for you. We have Kittens versus Japanese characters, which very roughly, mind you, this is Google Translate, like back of the napkins type of translation. This translates to, I want to eat shadow milk cookies. So, that might be wrong, but we're gonna see. Tacos, how you doing?
Doing pretty good, Topic. Glad that we can watch some of the best low-level teams here play it out. This is the Golden Gauntlet, so it is going to be all of the modes played tonight, not just focused on one mode. And to start off, we're going to be diving into tower control on Mako Mart. So really interested to see what these comps are. I haven't really seen these teams play too much because I don't really watch low-level Splatoon much anymore. So yeah, this is going to be all pretty new stuff to me. Not super familiar with any of the players. So yeah, really interested to see how the match will play out.
I mean, hey, neither am I, so maybe a chance for a couple surprises, because especially with lower levels, you get to see a lot more wacky out of left field things, but we're gonna see as we hop straight into our first game, kind of standard from Shadow Milk Cookies over there. The only real change, actually, hold on, both teams with the Luna Blaster and a Reflux. Okay, a bit of a version 1.0 type of weapon there. And on the side of Kittens, Arsenal with a Forge Pro, a weapon that's not very seen that often because it is kind of outclassed by others. But hey, it still has that Booyah Bomb, very, very effective, very, very good at a GG Booyah going for the tower. We're going to see one already going down, a couple of trays here.
Yeah, that's going to already be 2 down on the side of Kittens there. So it's going to be pretty just about all in mid right here. We're going to see, though, that the Japanese Symbols team is going to take the tower and start their first push. They got a crab on right stack, and they're already on that first checkpoint, so Looks like they're starting off strong, potentially trying to break through, but actually it looks like the strikes coming out from the side of Kittens is going to delay their push, and they're not going to be able to break the check just yet.
I mean, yeah, not able to break it just yet, but you're going to see they're going to quickly get onto the tower, but unfortunately, they're going to go 2 down. Looks like 37, they're on the tower, actually able to get through that checkpoint, which is a very, very big milestone for Shadow Milk Cookies to break here. But as you can see, Kittens, they're already getting set up. You already have one in mid with the cool out there ready. You're going to see they have the charger on tower and just waiting to pick somebody off, but you have to be very careful of those missiles, very wary of split 2-2 classic, just forcing everyone to scatter, so Kitten's push will stop before even have a chance to start, as Shadow Milk Cookies with a very, very strong defense here and a very, very good opportunity to at least continue their lead.
Yep, and now with that first checkpoint out of the way, they can start pushing through. We are going to see the strikes coming out on the tower. Looks like that is one of Kitten's favorite strategy to defend the tower push, which it stalls pretty well, but those strikes don't last too long, so if the Shadow Milk Cookies can keep up the pressure, then they can just keep moving on. And there we go, finding a pick on right stack, finding another pick on the end zap. That's going to be 2 down on the side of Kittens. And if they manage to climb onto this tower here, they can potentially start zooming through to the second checkpoint. Looks like the Luna Blaster is actually going to try to take an angle on the top left. It's going to get shut down, unfortunately, though, with the Booyah Bomb coming out from the side of Kittens, pushing back Shadow Milk Cookies, managing to find a pick on the splash, but 1 pick down on both sides. It just looks like some team is trying to find the advantage, and here we go, 3 down, 4 down actually on the side of Shadow Milk Cookie. So let's see if Kittens can start something going here.
I mean, yeah, you gotta be really careful, be really wary of the Luna Blaster, especially on Makeover with all those ledges all around that you have to really watch out if you are either teams. Both teams have a Luna correctly on the flank there, is able to get one there, is able to at least provide some support. And Shadow Milk Cookies, though, with a very, very strong defense as we enter the halfway point of this game. I feel like for a majority of this game, the map has been painted in Shadow Milk Cookies color, as Kittens are going to go 2 down. Once again, the strikes are going to come out, and the strikes for Kittens have been doing a very, very good job of just keeping Shadow Milk Cookies at bay, but they really haven't been able to capitalize on that. They've been really kind of stuck for the most part. It feels like they've been stuck in mid. It feels like they've just been stuck trying their best to try to advance, and so far it's not been working out for them, as we're going to see a bit of a mid fight here. Kittens at least trying to establish their hold here correctly. There is going to go down, which is a very, very good opening that Kittens might need to take advantage of. The Zipcats are actually going to come out looking for one, not quite able to get it. It's kind of cause a huge distraction, able to work out, but they're going to go down as well. So Kittens, even though they do have the advantage right here, Shadow Milk Cookies are going to be there to really quickly put a stop to it.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like even when Kittens gets the picks that they need, Shadow Milk Cookies is just always there. They always have someone up to keep the pressure, and they're just not letting Kittens take too much space past mid. I mean, even when they have the strikes and the Booyahs to clear tower and stuff, Kittens just really can't find anything, especially this Luna Blaster on the side of Shadow Milk Cookies, always managing to find a way and at least get one before they go down. And let's see here if Shadow Milk Cookies with this crab tank can maybe start to get an even farther push past 60 points remaining. It looks like they're actually going to get 2 picks on Kittens, and this should be a pretty easy path now to that second checkpoint. They even have someone flanking their base, so let's see how Kittens puts up with this. This only got 30 seconds left to try to make a push to take the lead.
I mean, yeah, 35 seconds remaining on the clock. If you're Kittens, you have to get Shadow Milk Cookies out of there as quick as possible. You're going to see the splash. They're going straight for the tower. Able to get one, but not before going out with a trade. So 20 seconds remaining. Kittens, you have a pretty good opportunity here. You see the Zipcaster is going to come out. You do have the Booyah Bomb at the ready. 15 seconds remaining. You're not that far away. Able to get the pencil. Very, very big kill as they're able to get rid of that cooler. 10 seconds remaining on it. Unfortunately, looks like it's not going to be enough. And Shadow Milk Cookies with this final kill will confirm their win. So a late game rally by Kittens will not be enough, and Shadow Milk Cookies with a lot closer game than they would have wanted. But hey, a win's a win.
A win is a win. And I mean, I was really interested to see the Lunas from the both sides. I feel like that was probably like what was creating the most plays in those matches. Like, at least for Shadow Milk Cookies, I feel like every time a push was starting soon, it was because of the Luna here. At the end here, Kittens did try to guessing going with the zip. They actually managed to find one pick, but fortunately they just couldn't keep their tower secure. And if you can't get the objective and you can't push the objective, you're not going to get super far in these modes.
Yeah, and I think for both teams, actually kind of relying on just one player, relying on your Luna Blaster, kind of be your focal offensive point, kind of restricts you in a way. Like, if they don't make the plays, if they're not the ones to get the engages going, you're kind of just stuck. And we saw that from Kittens right there. It felt like for a majority of that game, they were stuck in mid or on their side. It felt like they really couldn't advance. And every time they tried to advance, guess what? Shadow Milk Cookies was there. They were able to get the picks. Their own Luna was there to respond. So I think if you're Kittens, the goal, at least for you now, is to try to like push up as a team and not let one player kind of determine, hey, we are going now. Not let them be like the only one the only one getting those kills. But we're gonna see as we go to a lot more stationary mode where you don't have to move around that much as we go to game number 2, Splat Zones Umami Ruins.
Yeah, I think this is going to be an interesting map mode. I would not be surprised if we see those Luna Blasters again, as they're honestly pretty good on this map. With those huge AoE boxes, you can pretty much clear like all of top mid from the sides, and you can get some pretty sneaky and cheeky kills. So I think those will probably stay with us. I'm interested to see if Kittens decides to use a different charger. I know they're using the ZF there. Maybe they wanted the strikes or the tower. Maybe they want to play a pencil comp now in zones, as we typically see pencil for that game mode. But here we go. We're going to be diving straight into game number 2. And let's see what comps these teams decide to bring out.
Yeah, we're gonna see Shadow Milk Cookies actually bringing out a very, very interesting weapon there with the Rapid Blaster Deca, one of my favorite weapons in the game, and a 52. So, you know, kind of different comps. The Inkjet's very, very useful. The wall of the 52 just being 52 is going to be there, very, very useful. From the side, actually showing off right away, 37 with a very quick kill. Another one, and just Shadow Milk Cookies just snowballing this early mid as quickly as they can. You guys see, they pushed up so quickly. They were just, hey, they got the pick, and now they're going to try to use that to their full advantage here.
Yeah,
nice
super aggressive and strong start from Shadow Milk Cookies. I mean, it typically feel like the Rapid Blaster had played to its range, but no, that thing just dove mid and got some pretty nice picks. And it looks like Shadow Milk Cookies is keeping up the pressure. They've pushed down to 50 points remaining. But here we go. The Zip Caster from the Luna Blaster is going to cast that pencil, and they're also going to get the Rapid Blaster. Not able to get a third pick, but this should be enough for Kittens to take back into mid. There we go. They're going to cap the zone, but they are 2 down. So while they applied a penalty, doesn't look like they have super strong control yet. With that Rapid Deco still keeping up the pressure. And now it's just kind of a scrap fight in mid until one team can find the advantage, and see who can do that.
Yeah, it looks like Kittens will be the victors of that. They were able to take advantage of Shadow Milk Cookies being a bit too aggressive, sticking their necks out a bit too far, and kind of taking the opportunity that presented itself. But unfortunately, Shadow Milk Cookies are not going to go down without a fight. There are the missiles. There's the Inkjet. There's the pencil being the pencil. There is Shadow Milk Cookies' response here. The Jet able to find one, able to find 2, looking for a third, not quite able to find it, but hey, that's the response that you're looking for. Unfortunate pick there onto the fire or ZF charger for Kittens there. So as we're going to see, Shadow Milk Cookies kind of returning to that status quo of them being really aggressive, them pushing up super far. I think just the combination of the Rapid Blaster plus the 52 is such a really strong for them, especially since you have the wall, you have the range, you can just kind of box them out or box Kittens out for as long as possible, and do like what they're doing now. They're forcing them to use specials kind of early. They're forcing them to use the specials to get into zones but not on the zones themselves, and so far it's working out really well for them, as Shadow Milk Cookies are able to actually not quite, maybe there they are, able to break through the penalty point and still keep the score ticking.
Yeah, I mean, they're just holding on super strong. They're managing to find picks and trades with Cooler, which is definitely what you want to be doing on defense. But here we go. It's time for Kittens to retake. They're going to be popping basically everything they got. The Booyah, the Zipcaster. And they are going to take over the zones, and they're actually going to take over mid. So now we see Kittens in a position that Shadow Milk Cookies was a couple seconds ago. But Shadow Milk Cookies is not going to give up this easily. They got the Inkjet ready. They're going to pop it on the right side, trying to clear out as much as they can. Looks like they aren't able to exactly find one, but it's fine because now they have their missiles that they can move in with. And the killer whale here too, so it looks like they're just going all out. But 2 down actually on the side of Shadow Milk Cookies, and Kittens has no penalty, able to find another pick. Now we see Kittens on a super strong hold here. I mean, they're just staggering Shadow Milk Cookies, and they're not even letting them through, even when all the specials were used. And really closely here, they are actually going to be able to flip the lead if they can hang on just 1 second longer. There we go. The lead is going to get flipped just as Shadow Milk Cookies decide to run in, and they're actually going to run in and get a wipeout on the side of Kittens.
Yeah, that took a second too long. So now Shadow Milk Cookies have a not hefty penalty, but they have quite a penalty to go through, and they're looking to make it as easy as possible. You see the strikes, you see the missiles, you see the inkjet, you see the wipeout, you see how far up these members are. Unfortunately, one member is gonna go down here, but I think with how far they're pushed, with how just yellow the bait or orange-ish, I don't really know how I don't have time to talk as there's another wipeout for Shadow Milk Cookies and Kittens. They're trying to jump in, try to get as far up as they can. Unfortunately, the pencil will shut that down. And after a very back and forth, a very close call in favor of Kitten, Shadow Milk Cookies just kind of take full advantage of that game, of their lead, basically, of not their lead, of their opening. They took it and they went 100 on the highway. They just sped right through, and that will give them the first win of the bracket. So, shout out to them.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Shadow welcome back to our all-for-one number 33 Golden Gauntlet. We're here on round 2 of the Golden Bracket, and we're going to be starting off with the team Rabbit Hole versus Doofus Department, which seems like a pickup made up of a lot of the members from Fearless. So interested to see these two teams play. Don't know too much about them again, but yeah, excited to see what they'll bring out.
I mean, yeah, so am I. We're gonna see. And actually, Rabbit Hole did do a bit of an upset because they came in as our 21st seed. They beat the number 5 seed, a team I've seen multiple times before, Twister Time. So hey, they got something to prove. They already beat one good team. Maybe they can make it 2 in a row, keep that momentum going. But we're gonna see as we go into game number 1. It's Clam Blitz Scorch Forge. Now, I tolerate this map mode. I think it's decent. I do think it does kind of mainly get boiled down to who controls ramp and who controls the enemy snipe. And once you get that, then it's like the snowball just builds and builds, and eventually it's gonna tear down a house or something.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree with you. Wasn't the biggest fan of this map mode when I first started playing it in tourneys. Still not the biggest fan of it. I feel like it can be very stally in mid, and then like you said, once you get up to the enemy's basket, I feel like you can just get, like, if you know how to play your cards right, you can just get such a good hold, and it becomes really hard for the enemy team to retake. And then, like I said, after that, you can stall in mid pretty well, use your resources correctly, and that's just my perception of the map mode. But we're going to be diving straight into it here, and we're going to see what both teams decide to bring out and what their comps look like.
Yeah, we're gonna see as we hop straight into it. I believe that it's Doofus Department. Yes, it's Doofus Department in the orange and Rabbit Hole in the blue. So a bit of a color switch up there. But we're gonna see a tent coming out for Kraken. A very interesting weapon there. Also very useful for getting yourself in, getting your team onto the enemy side of ramp. But we're gonna see Rabbit Hole says, hey, we don't care, going with a very, very strong start. And they kind of have to with their comp with the Crack-On Splat Roller and the S-Blast and the Dually. So very, very aggressive, very, very in-your-face weapons along with the heavy edits. So again, their comp is all about getting in the enemy face and just doing as much damage as possible as soon as possible. But the 10 with a nice one-shot there, but you see they're gonna get collapsed on, managing to find their way out, managing to escape, actually managing to get one member down. So the edit's gonna go down as well. Actually, both members are gonna go down. So Doofus Department turned this thing around really, really quickly. 3 members down, passing around clams like hot potato. The Vac's gonna come out as well, and Doofus Department will start the scoring, getting down to 59 on their first push, and they're not done. 53, couple more in return, slush with 2 more, 50 or 41, and they're looking to just continue this snowball.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing super strong here. Like, within the first minute of the game, they broke the basket. Now they're already down to 30 points remaining. And they also have 2 specials online here. They're going to pop that reslider. Unfortunately, not able to find... Actually, is able to find the S-Blast there after using it. But it looks like they're still at the front of Rabbit Hole's plat. So they got a lot of pressure up ready. They're going to pop that Zuka, managing to find one. See if they're able to find anything else. They're gonna try to get rid of that crowd. They actually find another one. So really good picks, and they're already gonna be not stopping. They're just gonna keep going through. They're gonna score another ball into that basket. They got some clamps stacked up in their economy. Barely almost able to break that penalty, but they're keeping up the pressure. So yeah, they're gonna score more, break that penalty, and they're just gonna continue staggering Rabbit Hole. I mean, it looks like they're going for the KO here. If they're able to find just a couple more clams, they could definitely break through. But it looks like Rabbit Hole is gonna stop this push for now. They got the Booyah Bomb at the ready. They're gonna find 2 picks on Doofus Department, and let's see if they can take back mid and start a push of their own now.
I mean, yeah, I mean, Rabbit Hole, they're able to stop the bleeding for now. They put a band-aid over it, but they really need to get Yuba's department out there. They kind of lost a couple of fights, and that kind of let Yuba's department do what they want. Looks like two members are going to go down once again. So it's just up to the roller and the edit to play some solid defense here. But you see Kraken does have the tent at the right, kind of force their way through. Funky there with some defense. Going to get crushed by the tent here. The unfortunate Zukish are able to find another one. Mocha with the Kraken trying to look for a couple plays, able to find one, looking for the tent, all corners, gonna run out just before it, able to get it actually, looking for the double kill, able to get that one as well. So Rabbit Hole will survive for now with the defense, but now you have to translate this into an offensive push. Funky with the crab, looking to find something here, but unfortunately, Duba's department, they're not going down without a fight, as they're able to find one, find two actually, so hey, they are still here. Most of mid has been in Duba's department's favor.
Yeah, but because of that, Rabbit Hole just has not been able to break through. I mean, I haven't really seen them even push to Doofus Apartment's plat, and Doofus Apartment is just always backing at it. Even when they're down, I feel like they just find their way to climb up from nothing. And here we go. We're going to see them score yet another power clam. They already broke through their penalty. They just need 4 more clams here to KO and end the match. Looks like this shot is going to try to run up, but unfortunately the basket is going to close before they can get those clams in. And the Kraken from Mocha is going to clean up Doofus Apartment. Here we go. That's actually going to be a wipeout on Doofus Apartment from Rabbit Hole. Now is going to be the time for Rabbit Hole to push up and get a push started. It doesn't look like they have the clams needed right now, but they definitely have the specials needed. So if they play their cards right, they could definitely start a snowball here and potentially break down to the lead.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that snowball will have no chance to get built up, as it's turning summer really, really quickly, as Doofus Apartment's gonna be there. The Reside are able to find two, the jumper, wrong place, wrong time, looking for the quad on Lemon, not quite able to get it though with the defense, able to find the Apple Dude before they get anything, so they're able to stop the scoring for now, but you have 25 seconds left. You are but down by 88 points, so you have to go now. You cannot wait. You cannot play defense. You cannot let Doofus Apartment do what they want. That's a good start, getting down to 80, 77, 74, but it's not quite gonna be enough. So a long way to go. You have to climb the mountain really, really quickly here, but not able to do it as their hiking equipment is out of date, and that will do it. Mocha, the final kill of the game, and Doofus Apartment, a very, very dominant first game. They put the pedal to the metal, and they were not gonna look back.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them constantly putting pressure on Rabbit Hole under the basket, and they got like 3 pushes, I think, there. The one push in the beginning, which was super strong, got it down to like 30 or something, and then after that, they were able to break through, break the penalty, and add a little bit of points to the board. It couldn't wipe out, but in Clam Blitz, if you get a big lead and you stall the rest of the match, I mean, that's going to be good enough. So well played from Doofus Department on game number 1, but we're going to be moving on to our game number 2 here, which is going to be Robo Ramen Zones.
Yeah, maybe Rabbit Hole got a bit of that shell shock out of their system, as we're going to a map mode that I think this map mode does favor rollers somewhat more than Scorch Gorge. It does, but I'll say kinda, but I will also say that this map also is a very good tent map, because you put tent on the ramp, you kind of have to look at it, you have to go through it. Yes, there are flank routes, but if a tent's in your ramp, if a tent's coming down that street, you're gonna look at it. I don't care who you are. You could be a Tetras in Timbuktu for all I care. You're gonna have to look at it, because the rest of your team has to deal with it. So I think this map, right now, it's slightly favored Doofus Department with the tent, but we're gonna see Rabbit Hole. They had a game, they had like 5 minutes to, see what Doofus Department can do, so maybe you can see some adjustments from them.
Yeah, I mean, that's the great thing about these tournaments, these games. If you know what to do, you can easily adapt to your opponents, and if you're understanding how they're playing, you can definitely catch them off guard the next couple of games, and cook up some strategies to outplay them. And especially when it's an all-mode tournament, some teams are definitely really strong on one mode and they're not as strong in other modes. So you definitely gotta make sure you play your cards right and you don't start giving up. Even if you get beat up one game, you can still keep up the pressure the next game. Just gotta keep your head in the game. You gotta keep pushing through. Yeah, interested to see if the comps will change, if they'll stay the same. Looks like the weapons, some of them are pretty niche, and usually when you see niche weapons like those, players tend to stick throughout the set with them because that's what they're most comfortable on. But here we go, diving straight into game number 2 on Robo Ramen Zones, and we're gonna see Doofus Department keeping some of the same weapons with Rabbit Hole, also keeping the S Blast, but they don't have the tent anymore. Or wait, was it Doofus Department that had the tent before?
Doofus Department had the 10. Rabbit Hole, Rabbit Hole had a roller, and so they're gonna switch over. Yeah, so they're gonna go for a bit more of a traditional type of comp with the double shooter, and so far it's gonna at least get some early success as they're able to get the first lead of the game. But Doofus Department, they're gonna have the zone, so Rabbit Hole are quickly gonna have to fight their way back. You're gonna see the Reef coming in from Dapple Blues. They're gonna get surrounded and go down, but you're gonna see Rabbit Hole gonna fight their way back. Kraken shield, though, you have to worry about it. You have to make sure that that tent can't just play willy-nilly wherever it wants. Forced to drop down. They're gonna fight Funky here on this bottom side, trying to scale live, able to just walk away slowly and casually. They're able to just, you see it right underneath there, just trying to get this fight. They're gonna go down eventually. So Doofus Department, even after that, they're able to hold on to the zone, but Rabbit Hole again able to very, very quickly take it over.
Yeah, we see the vacuum coming out from Doofus Department with this dualies diving, and they're just gonna get a complete wipeout on Rabbit Hole all at once. I mean, that just happened so quickly. And now they're already set up on Rabbit Hole's plat. We're gonna see Rabbit Hole popping the Zuka and the Whale. The Whale is gonna get a pick on the 10, and they're gonna manage to clean up the Dapple dualies. So that's a really good start for Rabbit Hole's retake here. But because Doofus Department was cooler, I mean, they're already back on the zone, and with the Zuka finding a pick, this 10 finding another one. Not looking super great for Rabbit Hole because Doofus Department is just like going business. I mean, they keep getting pick after pick, and they're managed to get on to Rabbit Hole's class. Are gonna get shut down though. These Dapple dualies, is able to take one down with them, but that's actually gonna be a wipeout on the side of Doofus Department. And now it's time for Rabbit Hole to get on their plat, set up, and chip away at the points on the board.
And yeah, kind of players on both sides have been falling like dominoes, so maybe it's Rabbit Hole's time for the cards to fall in their direction. Kraken here forced to at least play a little bit of hopscotch for us to stay alive. Unfortunately, they're gonna go down, so Rabbit Hole with a good spot here. Unfortunately, 2 members of them are gonna go down. Be very wary of the Zuki. Is gonna get popped 1, 2, 3, not able to find anything, but Lemon's gonna go down for being a little bit too aggressive. The Whale or the Resize is gonna come out as well, able to find one, and that'll lead Doofus Department actually getting the zone. So very quick zone flip. But hey, Rabbit Hole, that was a really good hold here, so maybe that adaptation is showing through.
Yeah, for sure. But Doofus Department did manage to hang on to the lead, and they're gonna be chipping away at their penalty. Looks like they're trying to push on to do the Rabbit Hole's plat, but the Zuka is gonna find one. They're gonna be able to find that tent umbrella too, so it's 2 down on Doofus Department with Rabbit Hole taking over the zone completely, and they're actually gonna find a pick on the pencil. Dapple dualies though gonna sneakily jump into the beacon, finds one, finds another jump. Can they keep this momentum up? They're gonna be able to take over the zone, but it looks like they're not able to find just quite the picks they need to take over the plat. There we go, 2 down, 3 down on Doofus Department. Rabbit Hole is retaliating, and now they're pushing up to Doofus Department's plat. And they're gonna chip away at those penalty points to try to get the lead here.
Yeah, they're digging themselves out the hole that Doofus Department put them into, but we're gonna see, can they hold on, can they keep on digging? And so far it's gonna work out for them. Members going down left and right. You see playing does have the reset at the right. He's gonna switch over to Rabbit Hole's side. The reef side is gonna flip the zone here, but not before Rabbit Hole takes the lead. But Kraken with that back, you have to be very cautious if you are Rabbit Hole in case that comes through and gets a pick. Unfortunately, not able to finding things. So Duba's Department here, about a minute to go in the game. Rabbit Hole still have a lot of time to work with, try to get back this zone. Duba's Department trying to go in again. Kraken trying to go for Orion out. Well, how do you pronounce it? They're not able to quite find it, but 3 members of Duba's Department are going to go down there. Very, very unfortunate for them. So now, if you're Rabbit Hole, it's just about holding on and not giving Duba's Department any space to work with.
Yeah, and finding picks like that on the 10 umbrella are going to be super strong. The penalty from Rabbit Hole is gone. We're going to see that Reef Slider, though, charging into the zone, is going to actually manage to cap the zone. So that's going to give some breathing room to Duba's Department. But if they can't find the picks that they need here, and they don't hold on to the zone with only 20 seconds remaining, Rabbit Hole might be able to take it here, but it looks like there's just constant picks and chaos happening, and now the penalty points are gone from Duba's Department. Oh, the zone is gonna flip though to Rabbit Hole's favor. This Dapple's trying to rush in to find something, but is barely not able to cap the zone there. That, man, I feel like they got robbed there. That was like 0.1 seconds difference from flipping the zone. But I mean, congrats to Rabbit Hole for taking game number 2 there. They had a really strong hold. They got really good picks, and it came down to the wire, but they were able to take the game.
Yeah, time is a really, really cruel fate there. Just half a second too late. We did see the flame with the Reef Slider did pop it. They did activate it. Unfortunately, by the time the Reef Slider explosion went off, you already saw the tape on the game. You already saw the tape. You saw us at game. So very unfortunate for Duba's Department. But Rabbit Hole, a lot of fight there. They took what happened in game 1. They really adjusted. I think I don't want to say I think it definitely did help going over to the shot in the shot 52 instead of the roller dualies, because it's a lot more consistent painting. But it also helped with fighting. As you can saw, they started winning a lot more those 1v1s, those 2v2s, and that kind of flipped the map mode in their favor. So great job for Rabbit Hole for the adjustments to Duba's Department. Unfortunately, they just kept going down. They kept going in. They kept taking disadvantageous fights, and they got punished for it. So, hey, we're gonna see as we go to winner take all game number 3, Inkblot Art Academy Tower Control.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting map mode, as you typically don't see the Tentabella played on tower control, and also I feel like on Inkblot it's not the strongest weapon. But I think the tent on Robo, like you were saying, it was super strong. I mean, it kept taking attention. It was pulling a lot of the fights that match, and it's kind of what got Duba's Department in sometimes on those retakes and on those like mid fights. That was definitely a big factor. Along with those Dapple duels, they were constantly diving, finding picks, finding trades, jumping to those beacons. Those beacons are really, really nice. I'm sure the Dapple duel player thanked their tent for those beacons, because they were just making use of them super well. And yeah, I mean, that game was really, really close. So super interested to see how this game number 3 is going to go down. And it looks like the teams are ready for it. So let's dive straight into our game 3 of Tower Control on Inkblot Art Academy.
Yeah, we're gonna see as both these teams. Listen, this is the final game of this set. One of these teams will continue. One of these teams will fall. When we do Duba's Department switching back over to that Rapid Blaster Pro deco there for that bit of a range, and plus it's a blaster, so of course you gotta have it on tower control. And on the side of Rabbit Hole, sticking what they went game number 2. Because if it ain't broke, why I gotta fix it here? Flame, though, a very aggressive star, gonna get punished for it right away. Actually, 2 members of Duba's Department are gonna go down, so very unfortunate. There are 3 members. The dominoes are starting to fall in favor of Rabbit Hole, as now Duba's Department are the ones trying to struggle to get the members out. As we're gonna see Lemon Hair is gonna get one. Funky's gonna get one before going down themselves. Flame, you gonna get a trade out of it, but that's just a Rabbit Hole getting the first checkpoint really, really quickly.
Yeah, and like you said, these dominoes, they keep falling, and this is a map mode where it's really punishing when a team starts snowballing because of that special charge up. And I mean, look at this. Rabbit Hole is just continuing to tear it through. They're going to get a wipeout on Duba's Department, and they're going to break that second checkpoint here. They're keeping up the pressure strong. They're going to be getting that special charge. So here we go. We see that cooler coming out. That's going to help Rabbit Hole continue this push, and even if they get trades here or stuff, I mean, they're just gonna come back super fast, as opposed to Doofus Apartment. But looks like just like picks coming out from both sides here. It's about a 2v2. Rabbit Hole is able to push it down to 28 remaining, but now it looks like Doofus Apartment is starting to find the picks that they need. They're starting to take back the space that they need on their plat. Never mind, I guess 2 down on Doofus Apartment. It's just super scrappy here. I mean, it looks like Doofus Apartment finally is able to completely take back their plat, push Rabbit Hole back to mid, and a minute 30 into the game. Let's see if they can start a push of their own now.
I mean, yeah, Doofus Apartment has finally been given opportunity to breathe after about 2 minutes of just Rabbit Hole just keep going and going and going and keep this aggressive style up. And so far, it's worked out, getting through that first 2 checkpoints rather nonchalantly. Really, we're gonna see Doofus Apartment see if they can do the exact same. Kraken, though, they're gonna go down. Very unfortunate for them. Able to get a couple points on that first checkpoint, but not quite able to break through it. Lemon here looking for a pick on the Flame. Flame, able to get it, able to stay alive. Not even finding one with the reset yet, just able to find a one out after it went out. So good job by them, able to make the best of the bad situation here. Flame going in once again. They're gonna go down. So Doofus Apartment, they're actually still able to hold on and actually break that first checkpoint rather easily.
Yeah, and that's going to be a really good start that you want to see. And now the Whales and the Zuka coming out, finding 2 on Rabbit Hole. We also have the Vac now coming out, just trying to continue this tower push as long as they can. But with their Dapples, their main front line going down, it's going to be kind of tough. The tent is able to actually break through. They're pulling a lot of attention. Is going to get shut down, though. But it looks like Doofus Apartment is able to actually ride this tower, break through the second checkpoint. Now's the time to try to take the lead, but no, they get wiped out. And it looks like Rabbit Hole cleaning up what looked like a not fun situation. And now they're going to try to take back mid slowly here. But Doofus Apartment just constantly, I mean, I just see this Dapple just diving, trying to pick as many fights as they can. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's the role of Dapples, is to get all the attention onto you and let your team just do what they have to do. We're gonna see Flame and Kraken doing this once again, trying to get as far up as possible, get Rabbit Hole disoriented, and try to get the rest of the team a very clean path to the tower. It's gonna work out. Lemon's gonna go down here. Flame looking for more. 3 members are gonna go down, leaving just a heavy edit there. They're gonna go down as well. That's gonna be a delayed wipeout. The red carpet's gonna be laid out for the tower here. Lemon there able to provide some opposition, able to at least get the tower. Funky able to at least reset it back to mid. The blue bomb's gonna come out, but we're gonna see one slush able to sit there, but they're gonna go down as well. So Rabbit Hole able to hold on by 11 points as we enter the final minute of the game. It's just been very, very back and forth, so I could see any team winning this realistically.
I mean, I totally agree. Like, it's just been back and forth fights constantly. And Doofus Apartment, like right here, they're finding 1, they're finding 2. Can they get a 3rd? I mean, they're just able to find those picks that they need. They're able to capitalize, but they need to push really, really far. I mean, getting to 28 remaining is definitely not easy. But, I mean, with this vacuum and this diving, it looks like they're able to get 3 picks here. And here we go. The tower is going to start pushing up to those points that they need. Zuka finding 1. Isn't able to find another, is going to get shut down by the slider, but the shot dying on the tower is actually able to stop it. Wait, this is so close to topic.
It's 3 points. 3 points.
I can't tell. Oh, okay.
It looks like, hold on, wait.
Yeah.
Okay. So, from the looks of it, Doofus Department just threw everything in the kitchen sink, the bathroom cabinet. They just the nightstand, the closet, the dresser. They just threw everything in the house basically at Rabbit Hole. But Rabbit Hole just dodged it like Neo from the Matrix, and they just kind of held on for the final like 10 seconds. It just felt like just an all-out brawl, and it basically was. People jumping in, squids dying left, right, and center. You just see it right here. You see how many shots are going off, how many bombs are going off, how many people are just going down again and again and again. And at the very end, Rabbit Hole, they're able to hold on by 3 points. It was 28 to 31. They were able to hold on by 3 points. And after a very very tumultuous start, losing that first game in a very not good fashion. They were able to bring it back to two very close games, and they will continue their Cinderella story run because they just beat the 4 seed and the 5 seed. So Rabbit Hole, they're looking to make some noise.
Super strong. That, man, that was just so intense. Like the zones in the tower game, Rabbit Hole just managing to hold on to those clutch leads. That's just like, I don't know, Rabbit Hole just so well played. Getting that snowball at the opening, getting down to 28 was like huge, because in the rest of the game it just looked like Doofus Department kept diving and inching closer towards that lead, trying to get closer. But at the end there, they couldn't find it. Even getting like 2 picks down, having their specials now, they couldn't find the lead. Super close, but well played to both teams. I mean, that was super close set. And let's see if we can be any more close games. Coming up next is going to be our semi-finals and our gold bracket, so stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. This set will be up super shortly, so grab a drink if you need, use the restroom, but don't be gone for too long.
Well, everyone, I hope you had at least a chance to get your adrenaline levels down because we are back with All for One, the Golden Gauntlet number 33. I am topic joined once again by Tacos, and for you in our semifinals, we have two really strong teams. We have our number two and our number three matchup for you. We have Rewind versus Luckburst.
Yeah, this should be a pretty interesting matchup, as you mentioned. Seed number 2 versus 3. They are our top 4 seeds that have not gotten upset yet, so gonna be a good match. This is gonna be an important match because whoever wins this obviously moves on to grands. So yeah, if you're looking for that goal for that victory, you're gonna need to put your best effort here. But to start off this set, we're gonna be looking at Humpback, Humptrack, Rainmaker, and this is a pretty interesting map mode, very interesting map with those hills and inclines. So yeah, interested to see what the comps will be, and looks like we're diving straight into it.
Yeah, humpback staple are your buckets, your blasters, your rollers. What we're gonna see, as we're gonna see, I believe that's a dread ringer and an ink brush from Weirwine, but Luckburst bringing out everything apparently with a Hydra splatling. Not a weapon you see that often, especially on such a fast-paced mode like Rainmaker itself. I could see it being used for kind of that stability mark, kind of that Gatling gun effect of just like, hey, as unlimited shots as you see right there, able to very quickly shut down a push for Rerun before he has a chance to start. So we're gonna see a very just fight-heavy approach as soon as quick as right now, as Rewind are just blitzing the Rainmaker pedestal here. The blue bomb is gonna stall out for a little bit longer. Nox is gonna go down there. Two are gonna go down on both sides actually. So we're just risk here on the Rainmaker. Not able to get it though. Actually, no, they didn't able to get it. They were stopped before they could dunk it.
Yeah, that's gonna be a pretty good stop. I mean, stopping someone from dunking the checkpoint can definitely go a long way. And now it looks like Luckburst is actually able to almost get a wipeout on Rewind, and they're going to be starting a push of their own here. They're going to pop the killer whales, just trying to find a pick. Oh, actually 2 members of Luckburst going down to Azuka. There are 3 going down to Azuka from Rewind. So if you're Rewind, that's definitely what you're looking for when you use a special like that. And now it's going to be time for Rewind to take back mid here. Looks like they're going to be able to collapse on the Tri-Nouveau, but it actually looks like 2 of them go down, so Rewind isn't quite able to take mid back here, and it looks like Luckburst is just hanging on, trying to find some picks. There we go, 1 down on both sides. It's just gonna come down to who can find more picks here. It's just dead even though, and actually looks like Luckburst is just gonna have a straight path to the Rainmaker, dunking the checkpoint, and that's actually gonna be really impactful because now it gives them the freedom to push as far as they want if they're able to find the picks that they need.
Yeah, but also requires you to at least get out of this elbow area, which is known to be a very hard choke point to break through because you know the enemy team's able to do it. But Luckburst just say, hey, hold my drink. They're doing it like it's nothing, getting it down to 16. A sneaky play by the Carbon there, doing the Rainmaker classic of sitting in a puddle of ink and just waiting. So now, if you're Rewind, you have a much larger mountain to climb because not only you have to break through that first checkpoint, you have to get down to 15 points if you want to take the lead here. So very clutch play there by the Carbon to at least get a lot of the pressure off of their team and onto Rewind.
Yeah, and it just looks like Rewind isn't completely able to get the stability and retake that they need. Luckburst is just constantly keeping up the pressure, and defense here is going to be super good for Luckburst because of this Hydra. I mean, look at this insane angle that they have. They can just see all of top left. Looks like Rewind is going to be able to drop the Rainmaker down a level, but if you're not able to take mid, I don't know how much that will mean. But now we have the cooler and the Reef Slider ready, so it's going to be time for Rewind to try to make a play. There we go, 1 pick on the 52. See if they can continue the streak. If they're able to find yet another one. No, actually looks like they're going to go down. A pick on both sides. 2 down, 3 down on Luckburst. Okay, there we go. That's what Rewind is looking for. But the last member of Luckburst is just holding the ground in mid, keeping Rewind at bay. Is finally going to get taken down by this V-shot. who is going to try to pick up the Rainmaker because there's only about a minute left on this game. And then as soon as I thought they were going to be able to clear that podium, Azuka just comes out of nowhere. Don't we just love this special?
Yeah, Zuka, the most balanced special in the game for a reason. But Rewind, they're gonna be stopped again before they can go. And I feel like it's been a lot of trades, a lot of 1-for-1s, 2-for-2s, and all of this just benefits Luck Burst in the end here. As Rewind's able to break through that checkpoint, but they are still stuck at this elbow. They have to get the Rainmaker, get it pops, get through the Hydra, which is the biggest hurdle in my opinion. So they still have a very, very long way to go to enter the final 40 seconds of the match. We're gonna see if they're able to do that, but Luck Burst at 3 down, potential wipeout, not quite able to get the wipeout, but 3 members of Luck Burst or Rewind going down is very, very helpful for Luck Burst here.
Yeah, and with 30 seconds remaining, Luck Burst, if they can just keep this super stronghold in mid, keep up the mana advantage, get cooler trades, all that fun stuff, then they're gonna secure the victory for game 1. As we see them with the Rainmaker in the back, just having their fun, having their play, just trying to avoid anything and everything to make sure that they live and secure the game. And there we go, game number 1 going to Luck Burst on Rainmaker Humpback, and they're gonna start off the set with a dub.
Very strong from Luck Burst, very strong defense. Yes, they did go down very early, but it didn't really matter. They got that sneaky push to 16, which I don't even know where the Carbon was. They just appeared. They're like a whack-a-mole, just like appeared out of nowhere. Yeah, they just spawned in. They no clipped there, and they picked up and ran it. So that put Rewind in a really, really big deficit. So Luck Burst, they just has to play some solid defense, and I think the Hydra, despite being a very unconventional pick, just worked out really well for them because from the position that they were in, it forced Rewind to push into them, so that gave the Hydra so much more a much bigger advantage against Rewind there. So hey, shout out to Luck Burst, but we're gonna see if we can see some more adjustments, maybe see Rewind play more around that Hydra, trying to get behind it, trying to flank it, trying to overwhelm it with specials as we go to game number 2, Clan Blitz Inkblot Art Academy.
Yeah, that was a super interesting game, but I want to focus on the mode part because I feel like the game was just kind of back and forth, and if it wasn't for that Carbon spawning and, like you said, running down to 16, I mean, I think that game could have been much closer, because on a mode like Rainmaker, where if you get one sneaky push like that, or even if you just get a push, you know, naturally brute force it down to 16 points remaining, when you have a weapon like a Hydra on your team, it can be super easy to just hold your ground, play defense, and not let the enemies break through, because you already have the lead if you want. But going into game number 2 on Inkblot Art Academy, like you said, this is going to be an interesting map mode. I feel like Rewind, it might be better for their comp since they have the brush and it's Clan Blitz and it's Inkblot, you know. But let's just see, diving straight into it.
Yeah, we're gonna see no changes from either. Actually, no, one change. Ray is that going with the vanilla ink brush, going over to the paint brush, which I believe has missiles. So very interesting there for them trying to more disorientate the Hydra, which is which was their Achilles heel in the last game. But we're gonna see it as Ray's gonna get down right away, but not without getting a trade for it. And we're gonna see a couple picks going down left and right here as we just started a lot of fighting right away, and it looks like when it's gonna be Luck Burst gonna take the first advantage here.
Yeah, but it looks like Rewind is able to retaliate back, finding some picks of their own. So it's just gonna be kind of a scrap fight here in mid. Nothing too crazy going on. Both teams just trying to find picks to start something, trying to build their clan economy, of course. But specials are getting popped on the side of Luck Burst. 2 down on the side of Rewind. Down 2 down on the side of Luck Burst. Like, it's just back and forth, back and forth. This Hydra, though, is actually set up on the left side of Rewind's plat. Looks like they're actually going to be able to run through with the ball here and start putting some points on the board. But no teammates are there to follow up. So that's just going to be a measly 20 points on the board. But hey, you never know. If you play your cards right, if you play defense like you did in Rainmaker Humpback, that could be enough.
Yeah, that would be enough, but you wouldn't mind the safety blanket at least a couple more points, mainly getting it under 60 points for Mania. Like Luck Burst, they might be able to do that right away as they have the last two members of Rewind retreating their 52, able to stay alive by the skin of their teeth, trying to at least get a little something going here. Rewind playing some solid defense, defending their castle there, the plat, if you may call it, as we're gonna see they have a lot of clamps to work with, plus the reset they have a really good way to get in, but this Hydra, the stalwart of Luckburst, is going to be there trying to cancel out whatever they do, but this sneaky push, however, will get them in. Unfortunately, Reset will go down as well. I think that'll be it, the end of the push. Potentially, Ray has a clam at the ready. They're going to get it. They're going to throw it in, but that will be the end of it. Only a 3-point lead, so if you're Luckburst, you're not really panicking. That's one clam.
Yeah, and that's super beatable. I mean, like we've seen, both of these pushes have just come from one teammate running through, breaking through, getting a single power clan in. So if you find the right opening, find the right picks that you need, there we go, 2 down. That's going to try to create the opening. Missiles are going to come out from Rewind, though. That's going to push back the members of Luckburst, but Luckburst is just able to hold their ground. No one's really going down yet, and they're slowly inching towards the plat, finding one on Rewind. They're going to pop the whales, trying to find another. They have the power clam ready. They have a lot of clams ready at their disposal. So if they can break through to plat, then they can definitely get this push going. And there we go. We're going to see the lead swap to Luck first. We're going to see the Booyah getting popped on plat. A couple clams went in, so 58 points. Ooh, let's see. They're going to try to jump in a ball. Is actually able to score that ball. I did not think they'd be able to make it off that jump, but there we go. 38 points remaining on the side of Luckburst. Super strong push, and there's only a minute 30 left in the game. So Rewind is going to need to start collecting clams and starting a push of their own if they want to win this game back.
Yeah, but they don't have to panic just yet. You still have a little bit of time to build up your resources, get your specials. Unfortunately, that's not what you're gonna look at. There's a solar panel, apparently. If you're Rewind there, you may need that to help energize your team. As we're gonna see Luckburst just going at it again and again and again. Unfortunately, we're gonna see the Hydra. Hold on, the Hydra with a jump, very unexpected, getting the power clam in, so get at least keeping Rewind on their toes, I guess, as they're able to get a couple more clams and get down to 23 points remaining. So they managed to make something out of it. So very good from Luckburst. But now if you're Rewind, you have a free power clam, you have you have a pity clam and a power clam. You have a lot of clams to work with, but the question is, can you get in? Because other than that first push, that answer has really been no. But we're gonna see as we enter the final 30 seconds of the game here.
Yeah, and Luckburst just able to hold mid so well. We already see this Tri-Nouveau found one pick running straight onto their plat. Looks like their teammate's gonna find a pick for them. They're gonna craft the ball. They're gonna throw it in. That's gonna break the penalty, but with all the members of Luckburst going down, it looks like Luckburst just handed over a free pity to Rewind, which is what they need to, you know, to keep themselves in the game, first of all, but also to try to push back, get a lead of their own. There we go. Finding a pick on the card, and that's what we're going to need. Luca coming out. Isn't able to find another one. It's going to push Luckburst back really far, though, so Rewind needs to start making the play. There we go. Oh, wait. I think they're trying to go for the slider cheese. Yep. They're going to jump one ball in, trying to run the other one in. Isn't going to be able to run it in, but
oh no.
On the side of Rewind. Even if Rewind got that second ball in, though, it wouldn't have been enough because of Luckburst's super strong 2 pushes that game. So game number 2 going to Luckburst on Inkblock Clam Blitz, and that's going to put them at match point. So if they win this next game, they will win the set and move on to our finale.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that Hydra jump still got me a little messed up. That's the last weapon I would expect to jump in, but hey, it worked. They just made something out of it. And yeah, like, it's just Luckburst, they've been getting these really aggressive starts, and they've been forcing Rewind to push into them, and they have a Hydra, which I don't know if you know, if you've tried pushing into a Hydra before, very difficult, almost impossible. So they're kind of putting Rewind in this kind of impossible situation where you need to use a lot of specials to move the Hydra, but if you use all your specials to move the Hydra, they have nothing to sustain your push. So now they have to choose. They have to either A, get picks on the Hydra outright, which is going to be really hard to be so far back, or B, you just use everything to move the Hydra, but then you get nothing to sustain your push. So Luckburst just playing really well around their comp, but we're gonna see, can they continue this, or will Rewind try to, hit the rewind button on this set instead of reverse sweep as we go to game number 3, a Splatoon 3 staple, as you would call it, Splat Zone's Hagglefish Market.
Yeah, staple. I mean, you see this map mode getting played constantly, and this is going to be a scary one for Rewind, as it's a pretty solid Hydra map. I would say so myself, but we already had 2 games to find out how Luckburst plays, so it's time to start adapting. It's time to start finding out what works, and it's time to get your head in the game and turn this set around. Here we go.
Yeah, we're gonna see Ray switching back over to that Nouveau ink brush, but other than that, no changes from either side. We're gonna see if the faster brush is gonna be what they need to kind of break that barrier, kind of get past it. Ray with a good start, able to find one, looking for more, not quite able to get it, but 3 members of Rewind or Luckburst are gonna go down though. You're gonna see Hydra able to at least get one. Able to get Ray down. Very, very close there. I know that the Hydra got a haircut right there from that Zuka. That was so close to getting their head taken off, but Luckburst able to very quickly respond, not allow Rewind to get too many points out of it, only 82 points, but hey, talk about a really good response here.
Yeah, no, even though Luckburst went down, I mean, they're still in mid, and they're able to contest this zone. They're able to find a pick on Rewind, and it looks like their members are trying to push through, but it's just back and forth. No one's got the zone in control. Specials going out on both sides. Looks like it's just still one-on-one trades. Nothing too crazy happening, but Rewind does have the zone in this process, so they are slowly ticking away at those points. And Luckburst definitely needs to start finding picks if they want to get full control. This brush running through is going to get shut down, unfortunately. Not able to find anything, but now it's time for the rest of Rewind to try and collapse. They took out the Hydra, they took out the 52. The Carbon is left in the middle of the zone with no paint, but it's actually able to create a good enough distraction for this Trinovo to run through. And finally, Luckburst is able to cap the zone at 36 points remaining, finding 2 on Rewind. And now they're going to start chipping away at their points with no penalty, and they're going to try to retake the lead.
Yeah, but they have not that long way, but they have quite a ways to go. About 30 points, but Ray putting the hammer down on the Hydra. They're getting him out the way in Rewind. Able to very quickly get 3 members down, looking for the 4th one. Looks like they did jump out, so Rewind showing a lot of fight in this game. They have a very good lead here. They are trying to get a very good hold here. They have the cooler to advance a little bit further. So we're going to see, will they capitalize on this? Unfortunately, this shot will go down, so no Zuka, but the free side will come out. Going to do something here. The hammer be popped as well. Noxy able to find a kill on the heavy edit, just like that. As quickly as Rewind's pushes start, Luckburst is there to just shut that down.
Yeah, they just quickly ran in and just found themselves into Rewind's turf, and now the penalty is gone, and they're getting pretty close to that 36 points remaining. But just as I say that, 2 go down, 3 go down, 4 go down on Luckburst with a wipeout, and Rewind hanging on to their lead. And now they're going to set up to try to lock out, break their penalty, and get even more points on the board. There's only 2 minutes left in the game, so if Rewind can keep up the pressure, they could definitely get a big lead. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, they're out of their penalty points. Unfortunately, the Hydras are going to go down within the bleed on a very, very big blow to Luckburst here as Rewind. They're slowly chipping away at it. 3 members are going to go down. 10 ticks remaining for Rewind. You see the brush pushing up. You see them pushing up. One's going to go down, but be a second too late. And Rewind showing some fight, showing some adaptation, showing some adaptability as they're able to take a game off of Luckburst. So, hey, they at least forced the game 4.
Yeah, and that's definitely what you want to see if you Rewind. That was super, super strong. I mean, even though there was a lot of back and forth throughout that game, they were able to hold on at the end there. So you see this hammer from the brush. This is a really, really monumental play at the end to keep the hold going because they got one. And then it looks like the members of Luckbrush just ignored them, which is going to stab you in the back. If you ignore someone flanking for too long, they're going to collapse on you. They're going to wipe you out, and they're going to create that snowball that they need to take the game. And yeah, now we're gonna be moving on to tower control on ship shape cargo. This is gonna be interesting map mode. It can get really snowbally, so whoever I feel like can take the top bunkers, get that checkpoint going, they can snowball, get a big lead, and take the game.
Yeah, but the main I don't say attraction, but the main hurdle, especially on this map is the very, very long and arduous trek between the first and second checkpoint. That I feel like you need to have control of basically the entire enemy side, because it starts out all the way on that far left and moves slowly over to that right side. So as a team, you would need to protect the tower from all sides, because either A, you have the enemies come straight towards the tower right at the first checkpoint, B, you have them come straight forward from small, you have them go forward and kind of disrupt the tower path from there, or C, if you manage to get to that second checkpoint, you are at a massive height disadvantage. You have to be wary of that as well. So I think if you're the attacking team, you have to be very, very aware of enemy movement. So we're gonna see, as for this set specifically, I think Luckbirds just have a slight advantage because Hydra is very, very good as a tower rider. But we're gonna see as we hop into game number 4, Rewind fighting for the eternity lives. Luckbirds looking to not be reverse swept here, as again, no changes from either side, so they're comfortable with what they got here.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like their picks have been working out. I mean, pretty even fights every game. You're gonna see this brush already straight up just getting the hammer, running through, manages to find a pick, but looks like the man advantage is currently in Luckbir's favor. There we go, finding a third pick, almost getting the wipe out on Repine, and they're just wasting no time. Like I said, they're just gonna take the top left. They're gonna start riding this tower, pushing through the checkpoint, finding pick after pick, popping special after special. But now Rewind, right after the checkpoint gets broken, is going to try to push through to stop the tower from going even farther. But it's just going to be trade after trade. Oh, this heavy edit is actually going to run through and clean up the fight. Just gets two, isn't able to get the third. But looks like the rest of the members of Rewind were able to come and clean up the fights. And now Rewind is in position to start their push here. They have mid ready. They got their Zuka pop. They're putting on the pressure, and they're at checkpoint 1. See if they can break it, or if Luckburst just magically kills all of Rewind.
I mean, they must have some pixie dust or something, as they're able to get a triple kill. So Luckburst, they are able to stop Rewind from getting that first checkpoint, but Reze there able to at least get one member down, so Luckburst won't go up too far. But you see that Hydra being a threatening presence, they're gonna go down from the members of Rewind. So Luckburst slowly making their way forward here, as able to get down to 50 points remaining halfway through. But Rewind are just gonna start throwing bodies at the tower to try to stop it. One member is gonna go down. The brush here staying alive through the Booyah Bomb. The hammer will get canceled, and Luckburst still going, still chugging along the tracks, as they're able to get to the second checkpoint. The Carbon, unfortunately, is gonna go down here. You can see a lot of shots being thrown at the tower. 19 points, 2 points away from breaking that checkpoint. Looks like they are not quite able to do it on their first attempt. Looks like the last member is forced to back away. So Rewind, they're able to stop that second checkpoint from falling, but they have a long way to go. Not only do they have to get there, but they have to break through that first checkpoint still.
Yeah, and now it's finally time for Rewind to try to run through. We see this ink brush with the hammer is gonna get stopped. I feel like the splatlings are just so key on this defense, as we've seen the heavy edit stop a lot of players from running through. And we've seen this Hydra stop a lot of players from the side of Rewind from number 2. Hydra is actually going to get caught in this slider along with another. So there we go. The man advantage that Rewind needs and is looking for is finally going to happen. But Luckburst still just constantly keeping up this pressure. Even when it seems like Rewind has advantage, Luckburst they just find their way to keep the hold up. And Rewind, 3 minutes into this game, still hasn't broken through that first checkpoint. There we go. Taking out the Hydra is going to be a really strong start. That's the backbone of Luckburst comp. Bazooka getting popped on the Rewind, trying to find something. Okay, there we go. Staggering picks going down on the side of Luckburst. This checkpoint finally getting pushed through, and there we go. Rewind taking checkpoint 1, looking to try to push through to the next checkpoint, but unfortunately Luckburst, they just keep coming up, putting on the pressure, stopping Rewind in their tracks, and it's just trades after trade.
Yeah, lots of trades, but Rewind are gonna benefit from it. As you see, they're going 40 points, 35, 36, 34, keep going 30, and they're at that second checkpoint. You see, Rewind's gonna be there. It's just a Hydra there, but it's not gonna be enough. They got the checkpoint, and they're still going. Ray's gonna go down. Just the Dreadbringer, they're gonna go down. So now the momentum has flipped. Luckburst is looking really strong throughout most of this game. Now they're on their back foot. 40 seconds remaining. They still have to get to the second point and Rewind. A lot of momentum is gonna be on their side here. So we're gonna see what they're able to do.
Yeah, 25 seconds remaining, but Luckburst, it looks like they're starting the snowball effect. There we go, the Zuko and the Booyah popping. Able to get a pick on the shot. That's exactly what you need. And Luckburst slowly making their way to that second checkpoint with the Hydra on tower. But actually, this Dread Ringer on the top right is just going to try to deny as much as possible to down inside of Luckburst. They see the GG slider coming out, and Rewind taking game number 4, keeping themselves alive, and taking us to a game number 5 in this best of 5 semifinals. And yeah, this next match is going to decide who takes it all. Will Rewind complete their reverse sweep, or will Luckburst just give us a show and take the victory that they've been meaning to?
Yeah, Rewind just bringing it back. They're making like, hey, those first 2 games, they were just test runs of what we can really do. And Luckburst, unfortunately, they're just at the wrong end of the stick. So you can see right here at the very end, just the defense from Rewind was just going to be enough. You see Luckburst kind of panicking a little bit. Once the Hydra died, you saw the cooler going out. The Real Sider kind of just did it. That called game. So very unfortunate if you're Luckburst. But hey, listen, this one is winner take all. Kind of got to reset. Don't let those 2 games get to you as we go to game number 5. A mode that they've won earlier in this set. Museum's Alphonsino Rainmaker. So we're gonna see. I do think the Hydra stays. I think that's kind of what they've established. That, hey, we're keeping the Hydra, but like, it's hard to say what they can adjust to kind of adapt what Rewind's doing.
Yeah, I mean, every game, it's just been so many back and forth moments. Anybody's game. Like, if we go through it again, like come back, come track, they were able, Luckburst able to get that one strong, sneaky push, going the rest of the game. Inkblot, it was a little bit towards Luckburst's favor the whole time, but then Rewind, able to get a strong hold on Hagen Museum in that tower game, coming down to the wire, almost flipping at the end there. But here we go, moving on to game number 5 of Museum. Rainmaker, who is gonna take this game, and who is gonna take the set and move on to our finals, had a chance to win our golden gauntlet. Let's see here. Same comps on both sides, everyone's comfortable with what they're playing, and it's just gonna be a true battle, a true test of who plays better.
Yeah, we're gonna see here as the early pop is gonna go in favor of Rewind here. There's the hammer from Ray that's been terrorizing members of Luckburst. They're gonna go down. Another member of Rewind's gonna go down as well. 2 for 1 in favor of Luckburst here, as Luckburst actually gonna grab it. Yeah, kind of a deja vu
Yeah.
of game number one, just sneaking it and taking it, but not able to get it that far. But getting that first checkpoint is going to be very, very helpful in their cause. We're going to see what else they can do from that as Rewind able
Ooh.
to really collect themselves and not let the snowball happen as they're able to get two members down looking for it. They're not quite able to get it. Ray is going to go down. And is going to come out and Rewind able to at least stop Luckburst from getting any further. But unfortunately, they are going to go down themselves.
Yeah, two down on Rewind. Luckburst keeping up the pressure, continuing to find pick after pick. But here we go. We see this Ink Rush on the left. Sharking manages to find two on Luckburst. And Luckburst is kind of staggered here, kind of just waiting for everyone to come back into mid to recollect. Rewind, unfortunately, going for those aggro plays isn't able to quite complete them. And now Luckburst slowly inching towards Rewind's flat. He's just going to find pick after pick, staggering Rewind. And if they continue to find these picks to take up the territory, they're just going to try to run for it. Okay, they are going to get to a score of 41 remaining. Of course, the push is not over yet. Yep, there we go. We see it. Like we saw it on back rain. The Carbon just waiting for the right moment to run it, to push that Rainmaker down. And they're gonna push it to a pretty comfortable lead of 25 points remaining. So Rewind is definitely gonna have to battle and fight to retake and get the lead this game.
Yeah, they still have to get through or get to that first checkpoint, but we're gonna see Ray pop a hammer, managing to find two members there. Unfortunately, the Rainmaker is left unattended, though. They're gonna go down to the Tri-Slosher here in a bit of a slosher v slosher battle. Looks like Lookforce will end up on top of that. So as we enter the latter half of this game, Rewind, they still have a very long way to go, but we've seen them do this before. Ray trying to shark girds and get popped on the head. They're gonna go down. So Luckburst an opportunity here to kind of entrench their lead here and kind of entrench themselves on the plat. Able to get a double kill before going down. Very, very helpful for Luckburst's cause. But Ray there on the flank. It's actually not able to get the Rainmaker. They're gonna go down as well. So Luckburst this now is gonna stall out for as long as possible and keep the clock running.
Yeah, only 2 minutes remaining. Luckburst just keeping up the pressure. Okay. They are going to get 3 picks on Rewind, but with this brush just running out the Rainmaker, able to take it down. This is going to give a little bit of breathing room for Rewind because now, obviously, they can't just run the Rainmaker down. But Rewind needs to start finding picks. They need to start taking the flat and, more importantly, mid back if they want to start a push of their own. With this brush going down, it's not going to be too good for Rewind as they just need to find a way back in. Trade coming out from the Carbon. Oh, another 3 down on Rewind. The Hydra just managing to clip them out. It's just the heavy edit here left in spawn to defend themselves. This Carbon just running through all the time, trying to do whatever they can. It's just constant picks back and forth on Rewind. I'm surprised Rewind is able to at least hold as much ground as they can, but just like it's just constant pressure coming out from Luckburst. The Carbon again is pushing through, trying to get past a push of 25. It's not going to happen, but there's only a minute left in this game, so Rewind definitely needs to start some kind of miracle here if they want to take the lead back. Oh, this Carbon.
Yeah, it feels like like you said, the Carbon just doing what Carbon's doing, being a nuisance to the game. Looks like they're trying to get some jumps in. Yeah, they were able to get Noxy in there, so Luckburst is still in the plat of Rewind, just causing as much mayhem as possible. You see, it's painted blue. That's their plat now. They just own it. So there's not a whole lot Rewind can do about it as they're going to keep going down again and again and again. They in that one spot. Very unfortunate for Rewind, but Luckburst needs to stay alive here for the final couple of seconds.
Yeah.
Looks like they will. Rewind cannot get to it in time. 3, 2, 1. There's the tape, and that will do it. Luckburst holding off Rewind's comeback attempts there. They lost their 2 games. They got back to what they did and they won. So they will move on to our grand finals. And Rewind, unfortunately, you were a day late and $1 short. So good games to you, but today's not your day. wasn't your day apparently.
Yeah, I mean, you hate to see it if you're a Rewind fan or if you're just a viewer. I mean, we all know it. We all hate it, or I guess if you're in the winning position, we love it. That the Rainmaker stall spawn museum. I mean, when there's 15 seconds remaining and you have a lead of 25 points remaining, there's just nothing you can do in this spot. It's GG's. Go next and unfort. But well played to Rewind. They've definitely fought back. I mean, almost completing the reverse sweep. It's definitely a task to not look over, but ultimately Luckburst will take that game 5. They will continue to show how strong they are, and they're gonna be moving on to our grand finals against Rabbit Hole here. So yeah, looks like we're gonna be moving on to that set very shortly. So don't go anywhere. It's gonna be time for grand finals. We're gonna set it up really quickly. If you need to use the restroom, take a tiny break, go do that, but don't leave yet because the most exciting match of the tourney will be here very soon. So yeah. and welcome back to our all for one number 33 Golden Gauntlet grand finales of our gold bracket. This is gonna be for all the marbles, for everything. I don't know what other stuff there is to express, but you already know how it goes if you play any tournaments or anything competitive. You want to win this match. This gets you the crown, the victory. It gets you level up eligibility for our tournament, and of course the sweet badge. So yeah, we're gonna be seeing Rabbit Hole, which we saw a bit earlier. A pretty strong team against Luckburst, who we just saw win 3-2 versus Rewind. So two strong teams. And we're gonna be starting off on Zones Mahi here.
Yeah, Rabbit Hole still on their Cinderella story. I believe they are the 21st seed, so they have a lot to prove. As we're gonna not even have time to talk, because he's hopping straight into the first game of our grand finals set. Luckburst, of course, bringing that Hydra Splashing. Also, very interesting, going with the double machine, switching over to a Neo machine for the Zuka. I could really respect that pick. And from Rabbit Hole, what we saw from them last time, that double shooter with the S-Blast comp really did work. But if you're a Rabbit Hole, you gotta be wary of this Hydra. Heads on its post, it decides to drop, and Luckburst will take the initial lead here, getting really far up. A lot of picks here. You see another one going down, as we're gonna see Luckburst getting it down to 85 points and ticking.
Super strong opening from Luckburst here. But it looks like gonna be picks on both sides with Rabbit Hole trying to find their way back in, but with this Zuka coming out, just finding the picks on Rabbit Hole. They've already gone down below 50 remaining, so Rabbit Hole, I mean, super strong, just holding on with the Zuka though and the cooler. Let's see if Rabbit Hole can try to find their way in. Unfortunately, not able to get the man advantages that they need. They are going to drop on the right. Okay, there we go. 2 down on the side of Luckburst. It's time for Rabbit Hole to make a play here to get back in. But Coolby with this Triangle running in isn't going to be enough actually to stop Rabbit Hole. And there we go. The zone flipping Rabbit Hole, putting that nice penalty that you love to see if you're Rabbit Hole onto Luckburst. But Luckburst, though, I mean, don't count them out. Even though the zone got flipped, they're already back. And as soon as I say that, 52 from Rabbit Hole, it just runs in, finds some nice picks, finds another pick with the Killer Whale, and flipping the zone back into Rabbit Hole's favor. And it's just going to be kind of a fight in mid here.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth ever since Luckburst got that really strong push down to 18. So Rabbit Hole not going down. Nice direct there, able to find one. As we're going to see Luckburst again, they're not going down. They got to be very funky there on that 52. You see at the top of your screen, just drawing a lot of attention to themselves. But Rabbit Hole able to very quickly paint over that zone and put the pressure onto Luckburst. The Hydra's going to go down. Another one's going to go down, looking for even more. The Zuka is going to come out. Not quite able to find anything, but the cooler will come out as well for Rabbit Hole. So you see they are within striking distance of that lead here. Luckburst, you might need to start panicking just a little bit here, as Funky is going to go down. The Zuka is going to come out from Moxie there on the Neo machine. One's going to go down. Luckburst is going to not get the lead. They're going to lose it by 1 tick. Very unfortunate if you're them, as you're going to slowly eat your penalty now.
Yeah, but Rabbit Hole is keeping up the pressure, finding a pick on S-Blast is 52, trying to run through to flank and get another one. It's going to get shut down, though, by the heavy edit, and now the cooler is coming out, so Rabbit Hole is definitely not going to give it up. They're trying to find their way back into mid, finding a pick on the Shrine Low. They're going to have to deal with this Zuka and the Hydra, though, so this is a pretty tough mountain for Rabbit Hole to climb. But we see that they're able to hold on to the zone, and Luckburst flipping it back to their control, of course. And now it looks like Luckburst has cleared out all of mid. They have that buoy already from the Hydra, and they're going to try to climb through, break their penalty, and take back their lead.
We're gonna see exactly what they can do with it. As we see Luckburst get down to 15 ticks remaining, but Rabbit Hole is not gonna let them have it that easily. Luckburst able to get a couple picks. 2 members of Rabbit Hole are gonna go down. We're gonna see Luckburst trying to eat through it. The buoy bomb's gonna come out, not quite able to get it. they're gonna go down as well, 1-for-1 on both sides. Luckburst, 10 ticks remaining. If you're Rabbit Hole, you gotta go now. It's all go, no gas, all gas, no brakes, but it's not gonna be enough. Rabbit Hole with a challenge to Luckburst, getting the lead there, but not quite able to follow through all the way as Luckburst is able to calm themselves down and take game number 1 of Grands.
Yeah, very strong showing from Luckburst. Even when Rabbit Hole found their way in, flipping the zone, getting the lead by that 1 point, Luckburst kept themselves in the game, and they were able to climb back, push back the zone, to knock down their penalty, and looks like they're basically able to get a wipe on Rabbit Hole, as we see here at the end. Rabbit Hole, all the members are respawning, and it's just not enough time to get back into zone here, and they would have to fight Azuka, so yeah, definitely a rough ending for Rabbit Hole, but that's just the first game of potentially 5 or 3 or 4, but you know, best of 5, you see how it goes. But we're gonna be moving on to Rainmaker on Undertow Spillways, so it's gonna be an interesting map mode for sure. We saw last set how dominant Luckburst was on Rainmaker. I mean, we saw it on Humpback when they pushed it down to like 17, held the rest of the game. Same thing on Museum, they pushed it down to like something 20, something like that. Held on, kept up the defense, especially because with that Hydra there, that super defensive gun. So yeah, we'll see if Luckburst is able to break through and create yet another deja vu moment of getting a sneaky lead and then playing defense. But yeah.
Yeah, well, speaking of that Hydra, I think Rabbit Hole, especially in that first game, did a really good job of kind of shutting down the Hydra for the most part. Yes, the Hydra was still there. Yes, still had its effects, of course. But for the most part, Rabbit Hole just kind of, I don't want to say overwhelmed it, but it made sure that Hydra was out of a position where it couldn't really do a whole lot. Yes, at the very end, they were able to, you know, get their footing, get what they needed, and just go. But for, I believe, a majority of that game, especially when Rabbit Hole pushed, right, they were able to displace the members of Luckburst just enough to where it worked out really in their favor. But as we go to game 2 Undertow Spillway, I do think it's going to be a lot harder, especially if Rabbit Hole's pushing, because you know, Undertow Spillway on defense, you have that massive grate with the rail attached to it, where you can just overlook that entire elbow side. So if you're Rabbit Hole, you're gonna have a really hard time pushing through. But we're gonna see Rabbit Hole no changes, Luckburst no changes as well. They like what they see, so they're sticking right to it.
Yeah, same comps on both sides. We'll see how they play their cards this time. And oh, there's something must be wrong, I guess, if they're both ending the match. I'll have to go check the Sendu chat and figure out what that was. Oh, it looks like they wanted to sub out players and they accidentally started the game too fast, so they'll just sub that one player in, and we'll go straight back into Undertow Spillway. I believe they're subbing out their bucket, the machine. So I think they're subbing out the machine for, I forgot what the weapon was the other set. They had the Hydra, Entry, 52, and what was the last one?
I believe it was a Carbon.
Yes, the Carbon, yeah. So we'll probably see that comp returning here. Yeah, looks like they figured it out quickly. They all readied up, and now we can begin our game number 2 on Rainmaker Undertow Spillway.
Yeah, game 2, take 2. Let's see what happens. Rabbit Hole, of course, no changes. Luckburst, yep, there it is, bringing back that Carbon, a bit more of a sneaky Zuka weapon there. So we're gonna see if they're able to use that to their advantage, as both teams are gonna roll out here. We're gonna see them both try to go for this Rainmaker pop here. Looks like Rabbit Hole will end up victorious in that, but not a whole lot's gonna happen right after that, as actually one of Rabbit Hole is gonna go down there. I believe that's to the Hydra on that right hand side, or the left hand side, excuse me, as Funky able to find another one. 2 members down, looking for even more, forcing the members of Rabbit Hole to immediately go to that left side, which they are able to do, but not before Luckburst can break through that first checkpoint in the first 30 seconds of the game. And that's just Rainmaker sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. But 2 down now on the side of Luckburst, so they got the check, which is super important because now, I mean, the sneaky plays could come up as we've seen before. But it's not, it's definitely a beatable lead, of course. So now it's going to be time for Rabbit Hole to try and take back mid here. But with Luckburst 52 running in, creating some chaos, finding a pick is going to get shut down shortly though. And it's kind of just a scrap here. This Gen trying to make a dive play, but it's gonna get shut down with S-Blast. Now it's Carbon running through, getting behind the bazooka. Actually manages to pick off their Rainmaker. So that's gonna stall Rabbit Hole's push just a little bit. But of course, it's just gonna come down to who can find the better picks in mid. It just looks like it's a stall fight now. The Hydra got their full charge ready. It's gonna get mowed down the S-Blast. Is gonna go down to another one. But 3 down on the side of Rabbit Hole with just the 52 alive here sharking. We're going to see if Luckburst can scout them out. Looks like they were able to tag them with the auto bomb. Clean that up. But the rest of Rabbit Hole has respawned. So Rabbit Hole is going to need to live and defend here if they want to stop Luckburst from getting any more points on the board. But never mind. It just looks like Luckburst is running it down to 16. I mean, that's just... yeah.
I mean, listen, that's game winning at that point. Unfortunately, no sneaky plays. The Carbon will get called out by the wheel there, forced to back away. Hold on. Wait, maybe the long end around will work. Lemon's gonna be there, kind of scouting. Not good enough, though. We're gonna see the Carbon. No! Oh no! A second too late. We could have had another Rainmaker clip, unfortunate there, but that, even though they didn't get the Rainmaker, you can see how much attention that the Carbon drew to itself. That allowed Luckburst to get all of mid, basically their color. So now if you're Rabbit Hole, you have to get through it. You're gonna have a tough time doing it. Lemon seeing a flash before their eyes, seeing their life before their eyes for a second there before getting that Carbon there, before going down themselves by Colby. Colby going down as well. Just a lot of trades, a lot of back and forth. Funky able to get one onto the Noxie there, going for another one. Able to get a double kill, leaving only the Hydra remaining. So now Rabbit Hole with opportunity here to get some points on the board as they enter the final 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah, and Rabbit Hole trying to get this checkpoint. Unfortunately, not going to be able to clear it with the 3 members going down this Carbon, just diving down, getting the blow to Rabbit Hole. And they're just going to continue forward, trying to find more. It's going to get shut down, though. So Rabbit Hole, while they're not able to get this checkpoint here, Rainmaker is still not popped. And we see Rabbit Hole is actually trying to contest it, but against the Hydra, I just don't know how you're going to be able to contest that. Yeah, wipeout on the side of Rabbit Hole with a minute left in this game. All Luckburst needs to do, as we've seen over and over again, they just need to hold this mid. Keep finding kicks like that. Yeah, with the Zuka, you know it. Yeah, you love it or you might hate it, but Luckburst doing Luckburst things on Rainmaker as always. It looks like they're gonna try to inch up though and maybe get a bigger lead. I guess for the fun of it, or they might just hold this corner.
I mean, yeah, their world's their oyster right now. They don't really have to. They're not in the panic mode right away, but it's just be the Hydra remaining. Like, hey, we actually found a double kill with the Rainmaker. That's something. That's something that's really, really helpful to Luckburst's cause, and you can just see how much of the map is painted in Luckburst's favorite color, how much of it is painted blue, how much space they have to go to within these final 15 seconds of the game. Also, their heavy edit has Rainmaker, so once this cooler runs out, that'll possibly be it for cooler. For best games, that be very, really careful. You see the Carbon here on the flank along with Noxie, looking for the Rainmaker, looking to scout them out, looking to get them down. The Bia Bomb's gonna come out, but it's not even needed. The Fizzy Bomb is gonna be enough, and Luckburst with another very, very good game, very dominant game number 2. So now they're on turning point now, and will the clock strike midnight for Rabbit Hole is the question for them.
Yeah, let's see if we can be another occurrence of Rewind where they get those 2 games almost forcing the reverse sweep, but maybe this time the reverse sweep will happen. Who knows? It's a best of 5 for a reason, but I mean, I just feel like every time we see Luckers playing Rainmaker, it's like they have the same script planned out every single time. You get it down to like between 15 and 25, some point range, you know, a pretty solid point range. And then you just hold and you just play the right cards the rest of the game, and you take it. We saw there they didn't even let Rabbit Hole break through that first checkpoint, so like you said, super strong, dominant, showing from Luckburst, but of course, Rainmaker has been the mode in Luckburst's favor, so who knows, maybe Clan Blitz is Rabbit Hole's style, and maybe this is where they start to turn it around and show themselves off.
Yeah, we're gonna see if, you know, Luckburst has been here before. They went up too well. I think they got a little bit too cocky. They got a little bit too comfortable, and then they got snuck up on, forced to game 5. But let's see, will they learn from the mistakes, or will Rabbit Hole kind of learn from what happened and force a game 4 first? Because right now we're going to Clan Blitz Museum, where you gotta deal with the Hydra. That, bar none, the easiest thing, or not easiest, but the most easiest to understand, you gotta deal with the Hydra. If the Hydra is able to sit in mid, if the Hydra is able to just sit on their spinner or your spinner if they're pushing, that's GG, shake my hand right there. If your Rabbit Hole, not your whole game plan, but a big part of your plan in this game is move the Hydra. Your plan is to get Luckburst uncomfortable. You gotta get them to move. You gotta not let them play their game. Because if they play their game, you're not gonna have a good time.
Yeah, for sure. But here we go, starting out our game number 3. We're gonna see that crack on roller coming out with the V dualies, so a bit of a comp change on Rabbit Hole. And it looks like Luckburst was able to sub in their machinist to the Carbon, which makes sense on this map. I mean, it's definitely a pretty open map. Carbon is going to be kind of tricky to make plays, but yeah, this Hydra here on the plat, this is going to be huge for Luckburst, because if you can't get rid of this Hydra, I mean, they can just sit back, relax, get a full charge, and just beam you down. But 2 down on the side of Luckburst. We're going to see if Rabbit Hole can get something going. They have their crab tank ready. This is going to be the key to getting rid of the Hydra, and as you see, Hydra trying to run for its dear life is going to get picked off by the crab. 2 down yet again on Luckburst, but with the Zuka coming out, it's going to kind of put a hole in Rabbit Hole's push. This Kraken trying to get to the basket, potentially for a jump, is actually able to find a pick. That was really interesting. The Booyah, though, coming out from the S-Blast, trying to just open the space that they need towards the basket. They have 2 power cleanse ready, which would be huge if they can get them both in. But if they can't get past the spinner, those power clams are not going to see the light of day.
Yeah, looks like they won't. Looks like one of them is at least gonna go down here. No, it's not. By the skin of their teeth, Funky's able to grab it and actually try to go further. Not quite able to get it, but you're gonna see that heavy edit's able to get the power in. Looks like not a whole lot more. As actually no, able to get two more small clams in. So hey, you got on the board. That's good. But now you're gonna see Luck burst. You see how far up there. You see how fast they're gonna push up this Kraken though. Maybe what they need to at least hinder them for now. 1 going down, 2 going down for the side of Luckburst. So great job by Rabbit Hole of responding really quickly, and not, again, like I said, they're not letting Luckburst get set up, because if they do, this game could spiral really badly out of their favor.
Yeah, for sure. But we just see picks coming out on both sides, kind of just, you know, a mid fight as games usually tend to go. Picking up the Hydra though, which is actually super strong, because like I mentioned before, that's going to be the backbone of Luckburst. So with this crab tank coming out, Rabbit Hole is going to start opening up mid, start creating a platform for them to get control. This Dooley's diving, trying to find a pick, almost gets punished by this machine, but it's just constantly territory here, and it is just constantly changing. But there we go, Rabbit Hole getting 2 picks, 3 picks. It's just the Hydra here in top mid with the Booyah popped. Yep, S-Last is just gonna get a nice little sneaky direct, and we see this Kraken coming out, trying to open up space for Rabbit Hole on Luckburst plat. Fortunately, the Dualies is gonna get shut down, isn't able to set up the crab tank that they would like on their spinner. But if Rabbit Hole keeps up this pressure, yep, they can get a power clam in. They're gonna bring the points down to 67 remaining. Let's see if they can sneak this other power clam through. 3 down on Luckburst. This is the opening that you need. There we go. The power clam straight into the basket. 47 remaining. It looks like the 52 is able to hold back Rabbit Hole just a bit. But Rabbit Hole constantly putting those clams in. Definitely what you're looking for. 2 more.
Yeah, 41, 38, 35. That's a much stronger push if you're Rabbit Hole. But if you're Luckburst, again, the kind of like deja vu, they're getting a little bit comfortable in game number 3, allowing their opponent to get something going. Funky with a bit of a flank, able to get one, looking for the final one. That'll do it. Noxy will go down. So Rabbit Hole, they are keeping this aggression up. The switch over to the Crack-On Roller and the V-Boots have been really effective for them as well, like you said, the crab is doing a really good job of making them uncomfortable. Just the the roller just being there, being a little shark is working out really well for them. But Luckburst here, 45 seconds remaining. You see that they have clamps at the ready, so they have a chance here to get something going. Mocha's gonna go down there. Very unfortunate for Rabbit Hole. There's a Booyah Bomb coming out, so now this is probably Luckburst's best opportunity that they have. The cooler is gonna come out along with the Zuka trying to get some points on the board here, but they're gonna be stuck at this ramp side, this ramp section right here. If they can try to get in, Funky's gonna go down, but Trey will go down as well. So it looks like Luckburst will be stuck at the mid spinner as Rabbit Hole defense will clamp up. The Booyah Bomb to at least try to break through, is not quite able to find anybody as Rabbit Hole is able to paint over it really quickly. Funky is gonna go down there, but if you're Luckburst, you have a minute to go. We are in overtime. You have to go. Moxie's gonna go down, 2 down, 3 down. Hold on, it's just the Dualies that's going to be there. Hold on, there's a jumper as well. 80 points. They have a long way to go. The ball is going to be saved here. We're going to see the crab tank being popped. Will do it. The whale won't get there in time. You see them throwing clams. Hold on, 76, 75, or 65 points remaining is just cool there. At the end, they're trying to get their way in. Not quite. They're not quite able to get it. Moxie is going to go down as well. And Rabbit Hole, completely different from what we saw that last game. A lot more dominant, a lot more aggressive, a lot more in the face of Luckburst. And hey, maybe the switch over to the Carbon Dualies worked out, because now they just force a game number 4.
Yeah, and that is going to be huge for Rabbit Hole, because of course they're still in this game and they're starting to build pressure. They're starting to get into the heads of Luckburst, and that's what you're gonna need if you want to complete this reverse sweep. I mean, that game was just super flipped from what we saw in Humpback Rain. We just saw Rabbit Hole basically dominating that whole thing, keeping up the pressure until the end there. Luckburst almost able to break through, but of course they weren't able to. So now we're gonna be moving on to our game number 4 of Santa Maria Power Control, and we're just gonna see if Rabbit Hole can continue to build this momentum and pressure and force a game 5 this set, or if Luckburst will just end here. You know, they gave us that museum clams as a fun match to put us on our toes, but maybe they just clean up on Manta TC.
Yeah, we're gonna see here, because Santa Maria, it's kind of a Hydra map. I mean, you can get set up on Mass in Mythic, you can get set up on Bunker, you can get set up on the wall of Bunker as well to be really aggressive if you want. But maybe Rabbit Hole, maybe the switch up worked out. You have these much more aggressive weapons. Manta Maria, you can take kind of full advantage with the roller. You do have the elbow, which you can hit over. You do have both plats with the ledge underneath that you can sit underneath and go and kind of play whack-a-mole a bit if you see anyone there. So I could see this going either way, but I think right now, at least the momentum is slightly in favor of Rabbit Hole, but hey, Luckburst, they're the number 3 seed. I believe they're the 3 seed. Hold on, let me double check. Yes, they are the number 3 seed for a reason. So hey, they've been here before. Last set we saw they were in this almost exact same situation where they lost one game, or they lost 2 games in a row, and they came back. So maybe they can nip that at the bud and win this game instead of having to go to game 5.
Yeah, for sure. We're just gonna have to see how the game plays out, and looks like both teams are ready. Here we go. Mansa Maria tower control, a bit of an oddball map mode, some may say. We don't see it played in tournaments too often, but we see the crack on roller sting, actually very interesting pick. And there we go, the carbon on Luckburst, a weapon that they have been using a lot for their openings, so definitely not surprised to see that they brought it back here. And it's going to be an interesting map for this Hydra. As you see, they have this super high advantage point on the bunker. They got these crates here in mid that they can just run through with the full charge. Trying to find a pick. Strikes coming out. Oh, barely missed the Hydra, but looks like they are actually going to take out the carbon. So that's the opening that you wanted for Rabbit Hole. 2 down on Luckburst. There we go. Rabbit Hole climbing on the tower with their sodas, their drinks. Let's see if they can break through this first checkpoint here and start to put some points on the board.
Yeah, it looks like they might be able to, as a heavy edit is going to sit on tower, dodge the fizzy bombs for a little bit longer, able to break through that first checkpoint, but not quite able to get a whole lot more out of it, as you see Rabbit Hole trying to at least get into the bunker of Luckburst, which is very important. The S-Class is going to go down there. Blue Bomb is going to get thrown at the enemy bunker. They try to clear it out, make space for the Tri-Slosher. It's able to work out for a second there as the roller is going to go down. Very unfortunate. The carbon trying to go in, not quite able to find one. You see how much space is made just for the tower. The red carpet will be laid out to that first checkpoint. Unfortunately, one member is going to go down. The GG strikes are going to come out as well, so that will stall out Luckburst for just a second as they're going to keep on going. They're going to be slowed down, yes, but they're going to keep on going as 2 members of Rabbit Hole are going to go down again. The Cooler is going to be popped, try to at least help them a little bit longer. Cooler in return by Luckburst, as Luckburst able to break the second checkpoint. No, not quite.
Oh.
There are a couple takes off. Noxie's the last one there. They're going to go down, so Rabbit Hole, call it luck, call it by the skin of their teeth, call it whatever you want. They're able to at least keep their second checkpoint alive.
Yeah, and that's going to be really, really good. We see Rabbit Hole. Ooh, nice pick on that carbon. Nice pick on the Hydra. Nice pick on the Tri-Nouveau. 3 down on Rabbit Hole. 4 down. Sorry, on Luckburst. Rabbit Hole here. Coming back after Luckburst push. They came back into mid super strong, getting a wipeout. And now they got this Cooler ready. They got their gear ready. The carbon, though, diving on the tower. Finds 1, finds 2. Paired with the entry. Holy, what is this diving technique? Just eliminating basically all of Rabbit Hole. And it seemed to work out because it stopped Rabbit Hole from getting to the second checkpoint. But right as I say that, 2 down on Luckburst. It's just so back and forth here. This carbon is going to go down to the S-Class. And Rabbit Hole made their way to the second checkpoint. Trying to break it to get this lead.
3 points.
So close.
3 points. 3 points. There is the GG Booyah coming out. Jumps are coming in. There's a carbon. And looks like, hold on, Rabbit Hole is going to... They're still alive though, but it doesn't matter. Luckburst are trying to go there. Cool, the only one in range to stop the tower. Is not going to work out. Rabbit Hole will take the lead, take that second checkpoint, and keep on marching. Unfortunately, 3 of them are going to go down. The carbon not quite able to get the last one, but Rabbit Hole, a lot of pressure has been put onto Luckburst here. They have a minute and a half to go. They have to go not only through that second checkpoint, they have to get basically to the final checkpoint if they want to win the game. So we're going to see if they're able to do that here.
Yeah, I mean, Luckburst does have all of mid right now, and they got that Booyah up there ready. With this 52 running into court, Hydra goes down, Tri-Nouveau goes down. Hold up, everyone's going down. Wipeout on the side of Luckburst. Rabbit Hole keeping up the pressure in this game. There's only a minute left in this game, and that's just how long Rabbit Hole needs to hold here to secure the W. Remember, with that checkpoint not being cleared, if Luckburst manages to find their way, they're gonna have to clear through the whole thing, even though they almost cleared it last time. So the pressure is on Luckburst here if they want to take back this game. 2 down on both sides. It's just a scrap in mid. This Cardman trying to take back the tower because they need to start pushing that tower to the checkpoint. There's only 30 seconds remaining. And if you can't push that tower up, they are finding the picks on Rabbit Hole, but like this S-Blast and this heavy edit able to keep their ground now. Booyah at the ready. This is going to be... Oh, as I say that, gets dunked by the Cardman. And here we go. Luckburst on the second checkpoint, but the Kraken's going to come out.
Oh, Kraken.
Wait, they didn't clear the checkpoint yet. Hold up. Okay. Looks
Yeah,
like they're
still not
able
cleared.
to clear the checkpoint. Wait, hold up.
Hold on. They're going. They're going. It's gonna be close. Noxy, no wipeout. 7 points. Rabbit Hole holds on, and it's deja vu for Luckburst. Exactly the situation they were in the last set. They won the first 2 very dominantly, and then cracks in their system began to form game 1. Those cracks became bigger and bigger in game 2, and now the final game of this edition of All for One. Game number 5, Rabbit Hole. You know they're hyped right now, just holding on. You know if they win, their Cinderella story will be complete. Will they be able to do it? That's the question to be asked. But Luckburst, twice in a row this has happened.
Yeah.
Twice in a row. It's unfortunate for them.
No, for sure. This is definitely not the most fun situation. As a competitor of these Splatoon tournaments myself, you definitely don't want to be put into a hole like this. But remember, we saw this exact situation in the semifinals. Even though the other team was able to have dominating, strong performances in game 3 and 4, Luckburst still was able to clutch it up on the game 5. Last time though, I would say it was in their territory on Rainmaker. This time it is zones. We did see Luckburst winning the first zones match pretty confidently on their final hold, but let's see if they can bring it out again on Umami Ruins. This can definitely be a good map with the Hydra if you get a good hold set up, so we definitely cannot count Luckburst out here. But Rabbit Hole, they definitely got the energy. They got, especially winning that last game, like with like I think it was like a 5-point difference there. Definitely 7-point difference. Yeah, I mean, you're definitely super hyped. You're pumped, even though you dropped those first 2 games. You obviously can still keep up the power, keep up the strength, and the set is not over for you. Game 5 on Umami Ruins.
Yeah, for both teams, they have to leave the past in the past. Luckburst, you can't think about the last 2. Rabbit Hole, you can't think about the first 2. It's all about this one now. If you're a Luckburst, you gotta do what you did those first 2 games. You have to have a very good start, and you have to let the enemy team push into you with the Hydra setup. If you do that, it's gonna be very hard for the enemy team to get in, because especially on this map, if you get set up on silo, it's very, very hard. You don't want to walk straight into a Hydra on there. It's very hard. Now, if you're a Rabbit Hole here, this location is key. Making sure you don't get caught is key. You gotta make sure that the Hydra mainly is off balance. That's the key. It's about how well can you disorientate the enemy. How well can you make them? How well can you collapse when someone's out of position? How well can you use your specials? And how well can you take space? That is really what's gonna, that's gonna really help either of these 2 teams. But we're going to see All for One Golden Gauntlet comes down to this. Rabbit Hole in the orange, Luckburst in the blue. We're gonna see as both teams sticking with what has worked for them. So we're gonna see what happens here.
Yeah, sticking with that Croc-On roller. We didn't see it the first 2 games, but has been a pretty good pick for Rabbit Hole these last 2 games, so they're gonna stick with it. There we go. S-Blast already down with Luckburst just pushing up mid. Look at this collapsing on Rabbit Hole. super strong start from Luckburst in the first 20 seconds. It's just the roller here to fend for themselves. They're gonna pop the Kraken. This is gonna be key to pushing out Rabbit Hole. As you see, pushing out Luckburst, you saw the Kraken just diving for that Hydra. Exactly the type of play you're gonna want to make. But hold up, the rest of Rabbit Hole falling down. It's just this roller man doing all the work by themselves, and we already got 50 points on the board for Luckburst. So Rabbit Hole, they're gonna need to start popping the specials. They're gonna need to start running through. They're gonna need to start finding picks if they want to keep themselves alive in this game.
I mean, yeah, but so far it's not working out for them, as Rabbit Hole are gonna go down again and again and again. But the roller getting a double might be what they need. Luckburst still holding on though. Noxie's gonna get called out. They're gonna go down. The Carbon though on the other side of the zone, getting a lot of jumps in, getting the jumps in to their team is actually gonna work out pretty well in their favor, as Rabbit Hole has yet to get the zone. Lemon's gonna go down. Funky's gonna go down. Not quite again. Another one, but 2 kills is gonna be just enough to hold on even longer. The Kraken will come out going straight for the Hydra. They're gonna go down as well. So Rabbit Hole with the opportunity to probably get the first hold of the first points of the game. They are able to do it after about 2 minutes of pure fighting. So it took them a while, but they are able to get it now. Can they hold is the question.
Yeah, can they get a hold? Indeed. There's already been 2 minutes on the game, and Luckburst has a pretty strong lead so far, but Rabbit Hole, they got all of top mid here. Hold up, just as I say that, the Carbon running through gets 2 picks down, and now Luckburst is starting to take over top mid, which is essential for this map if you want to start your hold and push. And this Tri-Nouveau just running through, runs out of ink. It's actually going to get punished by the S-Blast, but it doesn't matter as the rest of Rabbit Hole is going down. S-Blast is going to get a pretty nice trade there, but at the end of the day, if you don't have the man advantage, you're not going to get anything done. So the hold is going to go to Luckburst now. They're going to start chipping away from their penalties. Unfortunately, the Carbon is going to get picked off here by the T-Tech. But the T-Tech popping their strikes, trying to create some space for their teammates to get in here. But we see the Carbon just diving from mid, stopping. Unfortunately, not sure what happened there. But it's just a one-on-one actually now with the 52 in the heavy edit. And it looks like the heavy edit is going to take care of 52. So Rabbit Hole still in this game. Luckburst wasn't able to make a stronger push, but let's see if they can get back into mid here and stop them.
Yeah, we're gonna see the Carbon with a really strong start, getting actually 3 members of Rabbit Hole going down. Funky, the last member remaining, getting a jump into Mocha at least with the with the crack on the road. So you have to be at least a little bit worried of that Kraken, but Rabbit Hole just saying, hey, we might not even need it, as they're gonna keep on fighting, keep on going, managing to get one. The Booyah Bomb for Luckburst is gonna come out and recapture the zone, force it back away. 90 seconds remaining into this game. No Carbon for Luckburst. They're going to go down. Trades left, right, and center. Rabbit Hole getting the right zone, trying to go for his left zone, but Moxie there is going to at least get one in a trade. Unfortunately, just go. It's just a lot of fighting back and forth and back and forth. Carbon able to get one. Another going to go down again. It's too much to say. Just everything's happening all at once at the zones. The Kraken's going to come out looking for kills. Able to get the Hydra. Very, very crucial. Looking to get another one. Not going to get one themselves, but able to at least help it. But a wipeout in favor of Rabbit Hole. So a minute remaining in this game, a minute between the victors and ones going home with nothing. Luckburst though trying to be the ones on victory hill, trying to do something here, as 30 seconds remaining. Anyone's game still.
Anyone's game indeed. I mean, like you said, the scrap fight's coming down, but one player down on both sides. Wait, the Carbon trying to forward down. Hold up. Hold up. This is Rabbit Hole's time to shine. Only 20 seconds remaining. And there we go. The lead swaps to Rabbit Hole. There's just so much going on top.
Yeah.
Oh, Rabbit Hole constantly finding the
picks. There's 3 members down.
This is not what you want to see.
10 seconds. 10 seconds. Rabbit Hole. There it is. There's a Booyah Bomb. The final kill of the game will go to Rabbit Hole, and they're dancing. They're at the ball. They are the main character now. completing the Cinderella story. The clock did not strike midnight for them. Unfortunately, Luckverse, the
Ran
reverse
away.
sweep happened eventually. Yeah, they were listen, they delayed the inevitable. The deja vu was too strong, but Rabbit Hole just that last 2 minutes was just pure pandemonium, just pick after pick after pick after trade after special after jumper, just everything everywhere all at once at the zone. Rabbit Hole, it manages to hold off the Carbon, hold off the Hydra, and just win. Just wow.
Wow, indeed. I don't know how else to put it, man. That was just crazy fights. Like, especially towards the 2 minute, 1 minute mark, when the fights and picks happening from both sides. It was just too much to keep up with. But at the end of the day, Rabbit Hole able to find those better picks and get the better hold. I mean, that's what happens on zones. If you can find the right picks at the right time, you play your cards right, you put the opponents in a hole, you will come out victorious. So big congrats to Rabbit Hole. I mean, Luckverse had their opening was so strong. We saw when they almost basically got a wipeout, and then it doesn't matter because Rabbit Hole was able to retaliate, put up pressure, keep themselves alive in the game, and then at the end of the day, they got the hold that got them the lead, and they reverse sweep Luckverse in our finals of the Golden Gauntlet. So there you go. All for 133 Golden Gauntlet, the one that matters the most. Rabbit Hole C21 are your champions.
Yeah, just hey, they had the Cinderella story. They beat the number 5 seed. They beat the number 4 seed. They couldn't beat the 2 seed, but they did beat the number 3 seed. So hey, that is a very good fun and a very good way to end the night if you're Rabbit Hole. Luckverse, a day late, a dollar short, but hey, what are you gonna do? There's always another tourney. Take what you learned from this and move on. But speaking of moving on, that'll be it from us over at the show. And of course, we have some housekeeping to do. Tacos, where can people find you?
You can find me at tacos_SPO as it shows on the screen on Twitter, and I believe that's my username on Blue Sky as well there. I try to post even amounts on both sites, but yeah, that's where you'll find me. How about you, Topic? Where can the lovely people of the stream find you?
And you can find me over at Topical2 on Twitter and on Blue Sky, Topic_2 on Discord. And little thing here, if you are going to be in the New York area, the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, on April 5th, there is Big Dapple 7, which is part of the Splatoon LAN Championship. So hey, if you want to represent New York, the best region, the Northeast, don't at me. Come to Big Dapple number 7. It'll be a great time, trust me. Everyone from New York's gonna be there. It's gonna be very fun, very competitive. So hey, you want practice? Come to Big Dapple. But with that, that'll be it from us over at the show. Thank you, Tacos, for being our wonderful streamer as well as commentator. Thank you to all the staff behind the scenes, making sure everything runs smoothly. And thank you to the viewers for watching this stream and just having a good time with this. But with that, that'll be it from us. Of course, congratulations to Rabbit Hole for winning the Golden Gauntlet of All for One. Thank you to everyone of the staff team, and thank you for watching. And with that, that'll be it from us, and we'll see y'all another time.
Goodbye.